everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at completing the wing portion of the embroidery kit. For now, you can move all other items aside. Out of the kit, you will need the water-soluble fabric with the wing design, the netted tulle fabric and the embroidery hoop. To prepare your fabric in the embroidery hoop, you will need to take out the centre circle first. The embroidery hoop will have a tension screw at the top which you'll need to loosen to remove the inner circle. Then you're going to layer the water-soluble fabric over the circle first. Try your best to centre the image as much as possible, then layer the netted tulle on top of that. Again, get the image centred as you want an even amount of fabric around the edges. Then place the embroidery hoop over the top and press down. You'll see the fabric is trapped between the two hoops and you'll have an overhang of fabric at the edges. You're then going to tighten the hoop at the top with the tension screw, just to make sure everything is held securely. To ensure the fabric is taut in the hoop, gently pull the fabric down and away from the hoop. Move in a circular motion. This ensures the design remains central but the fabric is tight. Be mindful of the pressure you're applying in this step. The fabrics are delicate and you don't want them to tear. Once everything feels taut, the hoop is ready to sew on. Next, we're going to prepare the thread. Using the brown DMC skein, locate the larger of the two labels and find the loose end. The skein should remain intact when gently pulling from this end. Pull a length that measures roughly from the fingertips to the elbow. If you're newer to sewing, you may wish to keep the length of thread fairly short. This thread is made up from 6 individual strands. To complete the wings, we only need 1 strand to stitch with, so you'll need to separate the 1 strand from the 6. Rub the end of the thread with your fingers until you see the 6 strands begin to separate. Find 1 strand that is sitting on the outside. You're then going to untangle it from the rest. Gently twist the thread like that to separate it. Take your time with this process, it can get a little finicky. Okay, and then you have just 1 strand. You can put the other strands to one side to use later. You're going to take the embroidery needle, this is the one with the smaller eye, and thread it with the 1 strand. At the other end, you're going to tie a simple knot. To begin the stitch, you're going to come up through the back of your fabric on the line of the wing. As the single strand and knot are very fine, you'll need to be gentle as you pull your needle through. Do this slowly and place your finger over the knot at the back. Hold your finger there whilst you're completing your first few stitches. You're going to work your way around the template using a running stitch. I like to start with the perimeter line first and work my way in, but you can complete this in any order you'd like. Your stitches will cross at some points, so just try to retrace your steps and make lines as fine as possible. When you are reaching the end of your thread, you will need to tie it off before beginning a new thread. You can do this by knotting the thread through the previous stitch. Thread the needle underneath the stitch and tie a knot. Then cut the excess thread using a sharp pair of scissors. Get as close to the knot as you can. The knot should be small and discreet. Then begin the process again with a new single strand thread. So once you have completed all 4 of the templates, pull them out of the hoop and lay them on a piece of parchment paper. Then take a damp sponge or cloth and gently dab against the surface of the fabric. Do this several times until the area of the wings are fully saturated but not dripping wet. You don't want to remove the fabric entirely, just want the fabric to dissolve away slowly. The wings and surrounding areas will begin to look gummy and gluey. This is ideal. And leave it on the parchment paper to dry. Once dried, pull it away from the parchment paper. The dissolvable fabric should have left a residue and a slight film on the netted tool, holding your thread together. Sometimes you may find that you haven't added enough water. You'll see the fabric has not dissolved and is still white. This will also be causing the wing to shrink slightly. If this is the case, you can just add a little more water. Either using wet hands or a sponge, gently dab away at the white fabric and work to saturate it again. You can also gently pull away if the wing has shrunk slightly. Then place it back down on the parchment to stick and dry again. Once they are completely dry, cut around the wing with a pair of sharp scissors, getting as close to the stitch as possible without cutting into the thread. Pick your favourite 2 wings out of the 4 and put to one side to attach to your bee in the final stages. And that's it!